Friends, today we will tell you about China's unbelievable achievements. Those projects that have made even the world's greatest scientists and engineers admit that China is not just 10 or 20 years ahead of the world in development and engineering genius, but a full 100 years ahead. You can take the example of the Huaidou Viaduct Bridge, which is being constructed at a spine-chilling height of 610 meters above sea level. This height is so great that if you stand on it, the clouds will appear beneath your feet. And China's goal was not just to build a bridge, it was to build the highest bridge in the world. But there was one major problem. At such a height, cranes and heavy machinery simply could not reach. Ordinary builders would have said it was impossible and abandoned the plan, but not China. They came up with a solution, the world's largest string crane system. This crane was suspended on thin but ultra-strong steel cables, capable of lifting steel segments weighing up to 21,000 tons. A single mistake could have caused catastrophic destruction hundreds of meters below, but China's engineers worked with zero tolerance for error. They used Beidou satellite navigation and Internet of Things systems to ensure millimeter-level precision in placing each steel piece. And not only that, the bridge has been fitted with a neural network-like system that can detect where pressure is increasing, which cables are loosening, and where danger is building up. This is not just construction. This is the technology of the future, turning bridges into living machines. Next, let's move to China's 3D-printed ICT park, a park built not with hammers, laborers, or bricks, but entirely using 3D printing technology. This is not some small park. It spans more than 5,520 square meters. Now think about how many machines would be needed to 3D print such a massive structure. But again, China amazed the world. Every wall, every sitting area, every sculpture, even the flower pots were printed with a concrete-like strong material. And this park's design wasn't the traditional straight-line type. It flowed gracefully like a stream of water, making people wonder whether humans had actually built it. The most astonishing part, the entire park was completed not in years or months, but in just a few weeks. And not only was it fast, but the cost was much lower than traditional construction. This is the difference that sets China apart from the rest of the world. Next on our list is Mini Sky City, a tower that seemed to be built as if someone were playing a video game. This skyscraper shocked the entire world because it was completed not in years or months, but in just 19 days. Yes, a 204-meter-tall building completed in just 19 days. The speed was so unbelievable that top engineers said it was impossible, but China proved them wrong. The tower was named Mini Sky City, built using a modular construction system, meaning that instead of building brick by brick, the entire building was prefabricated in a factory and then assembled on site. This was truly a factory-built city, and not only was it fast, but also incredibly strong, capable of withstanding earthquakes of magnitude 9 on the Richter scale, something most buildings in the world cannot endure. Even more amazingly, the company behind it has announced plans for a 220-story tower, which, if built at the same pace, will change the history of construction forever. Now we come to the Kailash Power Station, a power system that is not just solar or hydro, but a combination of both, making it the world's largest hybrid power station. And it's being built not in a plain area, but in an extremely tough and dangerous mountainous region where temperatures drop to minus 30 degrees Celsius, where even breathing is hard, and where winds are so strong that normal machines can't operate. Yet China installed solar panels to capture sunlight and hydro turbines to harness water energy, creating a system that produces electricity in every season, rain or shine. The entire complex covers an area of about 158 million square meters, large enough to hold several small cities. Current estimates say this project is generating over 1 gigawatt of pure renewable energy, and that's just the beginning. Its capacity will be expanded further in the future. This project isn't just environmentally friendly. It's proof that China has decided to conquer the global energy crisis through technology. Next, let's move to a project that stunned the world, because China didn't just build a new building, it moved an entire historic building from one place to another. This was the Huayanli Complex Relocation Project, a 8,270-ton ancient structure that stood where a new shopping mall and metro network were to be built underground. In most countries, such a building would simply be demolished. But China said, "We will not destroy history. We will move it." So they developed a network of hydraulic cranes that didn't just lift the building, but actually moved it step by step, like a human walking. The entire building was lifted slightly, moved slowly, and once the underground construction was complete, it was set back in its new location just as majestically. Imagine moving an entire building as if it were a living being. Once thought to be science fiction, China made it a reality. Next is the Inflatable Construction Dome, an innovation that solved the problems of noise and dust pollution caused by urban construction. Normally, when large construction takes place in a city, residents nearby suffer from dust and unbearable noise. But China solved this with ingenuity and technology. They created a massive inflatable dome that completely covers the construction site. When work begins, the dome is inflated with air, making the site look like a huge transparent balloon. The result? No noise escapes, no dust spreads into the air. The dome's internal air filtration system absorbs all the pollution from heavy machinery and releases clean air back into the atmosphere. Neither the residents are disturbed, nor is the environment harmed. No other country has ever implemented such a practical and futuristic solution. The world has always associated construction with pollution, but China has made construction quiet, clean, and eco-friendly. So, dear friends, if these unbelievable Chinese projects amazed you, go ahead and like this video, and tell us in the comments which project you found the most mind-blowing. Would you like me to make this translation sound more natural and cinematic in English, like a documentary narration style?